Hello, hi everybody, welcome back.
So let's hope Binita's able to see me now.
No, something is wrong today.
Okay. So how do we do this? Do we continue anyways?
Yes, I think let's
Let's
because
do
I'm able
that.
to hear you. It's just
Great.
that I'm not able to see you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining in. Okay. I'm just going to quickly ask, can you guys see me now? Okay. Perfect. At least the
Perfect.
audience can see us both. So that's
Correct.
good. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for joining in. Welcome to Awaken Life Live. Today, our guest is Binita Regi. She is a diviner. She has many modalities under her credit. Tarot cards, Lenormand. She is a life coach, skill coach, and she's also an Akashic record reader, and that is what we are going to be talking about today. She's also a guiding coach, she's a counselor, and for those seeking to walk on the spiritual path or looking for self empowerment, self development, she's your guide. So, welcome, Binita.
Thank you, Ruby.
Thanks, Kamal, for confirming you can see us. All right, great. Uh, our topic for today is Akashic Records. A lot of us have heard this, and I think this has kind of, uh, you know, uh, taken up only, like, gained speed only in last few years. I don't think, a few years back, a lot of people knew or spoke about Akashic Records. So let's understand in depth a little more about this. Binita, why don't you, explain what it is and what is Akashic Records and how can it, how does one read it or what happens exactly in Akashic Records?
Yeah. So you write about this modality coming into awareness recently. So it's not that this is a very recent science or something like that. Our Rishi Muni and sages, they always knew how to use it. They used it, and they had a great benefits out of it. It's just that in the modern age now, as we all know, that we require all of these modalities. There's alternative wellness, which has really, people have realized the need for all of this. And I think that's how Akashic Records have decided to resurface. So it's recently it has become popular and people have started using it. But in 1900s, there was this American clairvoyant who used to read it. He didn't give the name of Akashic record reading then. And as I said, our ancient scriptures always have mentioned of this skill. So what is Akashic record reading is? As we know, Akash is infinite. Okay, it's large. It has got, it's huge. We are just tiny speck of it under this brilliant sky. So Akash is a Sanskrit word which has been taken from Sanskrit, and it also, why it is called Akashic Library. It's not an actual library; it is an energetic library, and it has information of all human life. Living thing, non-living thing from their inception, and that is why it is called Akashic Library, Book of Life, or Akashic Records.
Okay. And so, how does one access that? Like, what? How do you read it?
So it is read in a meditative state, or you can say a trance state. To access those records, you need to raise your vibrations, and you go into a meditative state, connect with your angels, your guides, and they direct you for the information, whatever you're looking for. So, Akashic records have information of past, present, and even the future. So, past, it's just not this lifetime. So many. previous lifetimes, the soul. It's actually information about the soul's journey. So yeah, every thought, every intention, scenarios of lifetimes, the memories the soul has created, all of that is recorded into this. So when we take a birth as a human being, we forget about the information from our past life, because how much can a human brain remember? So, and we incarnate in a particular lifetime for a reason, for our soul to evolve, for our soul to grow. So this is the basic philosophy of Akasha readings, and you can access it energetically, because all of this what I explained you, it's all in the energy field. We all of us are made of energy, and these memories, your our feelings, our karmas, everything is stored in that um, in energy form.
So, Benita, how does one benefit from it? Like, or how can one, who should be using this kind of a reading?
You could compare this modality with, say, hypnotherapy or past life regression therapy, because there is a beautiful work people have done. The renowned psychiatrists, renowned hypnotherapists have done the work into the soul's journey. So here a healer, someone like me, if I am reading a records for you, I would be doing that journey. But if you're taking a past life regression or a hypnotherapy, you that person himself or herself is traveling into the past life, and then they can travel one by one. They cannot travel. Say immediate past life or past life after that, and things like that. Whereas when we are accessing Akashic records for people, we can go directly to the lifetime which has caused these problems, which is a root cause of whatever problem or challenges a person is facing, or whatever we are reading for, whatever we are asking information about. So, yeah, that is what how it is. I hope I
Okay.
could, yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So, if I have to, I don't know how to compare, but if I have to really understand from any other modality which people uh, know from a longer time, maybe I'm trying to, if I compare it with, let's say, astrology,
Hmm.
how different is it or how similar is it?
So there are very different modalities. Astrology is about mathematics of planets, their positions, all the planetary positions, and they have their calculations. They create a birth chart, and
Right.
they guide you. This is since this library is on our energetic field and it is recording your emotions, your fears and phobias. It helps you where someone has unexplained fear or phobias. You might have heard that people are scared of water for no reason, or people have fear of heights, something like that. Or if they are seeing some repetitive patterns into their finances, into their relationships, all of these, which is related to your subconscious mind, your thinking, your intentions, and all, this Akashic record reading really helps there.
Got that. So, if I have to understand, let's say I can access mine, can I also access, let's say, my spouse's or my child's records or anybody else's records?
No, actually, we
No.
need a permission from that person to access their record. We cannot access anyone's record if we don't have a permission, even if it is your blood relation or your spouse or your child or something. You need their permission. Yeah, children below 7 years, we don't advise because they are still developing. We don't read records for, say, 7, 10-year-old children, but once
Right.
they are 15, 16, they understand, they have developed their personality, they have their choices and all. So we ask for their permission. So you
Okay.
really, it's really a safe modality where even if you are energetically into a meditative state, you are accessing it. You don't have a free will to just roam around and access people. You can give a permission and you can access the records. If you want to access someone else's house, you need a permission from the owner because those are non-living things. So
Right.
you cannot actually access anyone's records. So even if you try without permission, try to access those records, either you will not be able to get any information, or as a healer, I will not be able to access the records for anyone, for myself or in the future. So that way it's very safe, and it's without anyone's permission, you cannot access these records.
Right. So, Binita, let's say if somebody, let's say if I come to you and but I'm not really sure of what I need to access the records for. What would be like a general reading, or what is it that one can typically ask that can, help somebody?
Before I answer your question, Ruby, I would like to ask viewers if they have any question, they can put it in the comment box, and we can make this discussion very interesting. So you can put your questions if you have any doubt, if you have not understood what I have explained, please put it on a chat box, and
Yeah,
Ruby can read it and we can discuss further.
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
So, yeah. So coming back to your question, what kind of a questions you can ask for? So the most common questions what I get when I'm reading for others is what is my soul purpose? What is my life path? Or sometimes people have a difficult relationship in their lives. No matter how much they are doing, no matter how much they are trying to make it better, it feels the energies feel stuck there. So all those kind of situations you can read for. If you're putting in your 200%, but you're not growing in your career, and can really feel the stagnant energy around you. Those kind of questions we can ask for. We can ask for bigger questions. How this universe was formed, what happens to a soul after they die, any kind of question. It's like Akasha is like our Google. We have Google here. We can type anything in on our laptops and we get information about it. So it's like Google, and it has got information filed into proper manner. So it's like you can say lifetime of a filing system. So you can actually ask any kind of questions, any kind of questions. When I'm saying that we can access records for the non-living thing, for your house, or for even they have soul and everything, any kind of, it's like Google, as I said. You can ask Google anything and it will come up with the information. It's like this.
Absolutely.
And
Namrata,
from the smallest to the most profound question you can ask, and you will definitely get the answer. Only the thing, your guides and your angels should feel that you are ready for that kind of answers. And then they will definitely answer your queries. They will guide you. Or even if you just get a bit of information in the first attempt when you asked a particular question, next time when you ask, you will get some more question.
yeah.
So yeah, definitely your queries will be
So,
answered. You
so
will get
can,
the
like
information.
what you mentioned, that maybe sometimes, we are not ready to receive certain answers. So, one session enough, or are there multiple sessions one should take, or at certain intervals one should take, or if I've taken one now, maybe one I take, maybe let's say next year, can the answers of the same question change?
So Ruby, that is very question to question, session to session. It's not that you will not get answer in one session. You will get answer in one session, or maybe you will be guided to do certain things or change of mindset, or change of action, change of intention, or something like that. Once you work on that, then you will yourself will feel ki, all right, now my problem is solved, my life is harmonious. Now I really don't need another session. Or you may feel, okay, now this first part of information I have taken care of, this has helped me. But now I want to grow more. So I want to take another session. So it's very personalized. It depends also on the question. It all depends also on the parent, how they feel about it. So there are
Right.
no set rules actually.
Okay. Uh, Namrata is asking, what is a soul's path or journey? And how do we know if okay, this is the second question, but she's asking, how do we know if this information of records is appropriate?
So every soul has its own journey. Every soul has its own purpose. What my soul purpose is may not be yours. Okay, it's very individual. So what she has asked is a very generic question: what is soul's purpose? Every soul, so they have a certain task to do in a particular lifetime. So when a person dies and that soul moves into a spiritual world, from before reincarnating, they, along with their higher self and with their guides, they decide, okay, now in this lifetime, I have to learn these lessons or I have to finish these tasks. And all of this I have found out from my own Akashic Record journey, and as I said, I mentioned a couple of hypnotherapists and psychiatrists. They have also had the proof from their clients, from their patients, and all of this is recorded. So this is how the soul journeys once the soul is passed down from this lifetime and is ready to move into the next lifetime. So a soul decides in combination with its higher self that in particular lifetime, okay, now I have learned these lessons, now I have evolved, now I have grown, I have had this learnings to take into the other lifetime. Okay, now from XYZ lifetime I have left those lessons to be learned and I'm going to carry on here. So one lesson, two lesson, or maybe three or four lessons we learn in our lifetime, and soul decides. So that is how I say, as I was questioning the first question, answering the first question, that every soul will have the individual journey. Every soul will decide. Someone will have the soul purpose as if I am going to be compassionate, I'm going to help others. The other soul will have the journey of just taking care of the family and nurturing them so the other family members can progress. So it's a very individualistic choices and individualistic journey.
Right. And so, how do we know that this information of records is appropriate? Um,
You would just know. If I am talking some mumbo jumbo, you will know that, I'm just talking mumbo jumbo. The kind of a messages we receive, which are so appropriate, and every single time the querent resonates with those messages. Because they are guiding them, they are telling them the information which they are overlooking, which they should be knowing, but they are ignoring it for societal conditions or some mental blocks or anything. Every single time this information resonates with them, they would just know that, okay, this special messages, all which is information is coming down, it's only for me. Because I wouldn't know. Say if I am reading for say XYZ, I have never met that person, and I don't know anything about that. He or she calls up, they call up, and they say that we want a session with you, and we fix up an appointment, and I understand what their challenges are, what their questions are, and I do the reading. How would I know about their personal life or what they are? I would just know what they are telling me. What about the other information which I'm downloading? So they
yeah.
would definitely know that this information is relevant to them, and they will resonate.
Okay. So, another question that Namrata has is that if our choices, if our future is based on the choices we make, then how is whatever the records are telling appropriate? Because if it's already fixed, then what is the whole idea of making a choice?
So, in the records, you get the exact information about the past life. What she's saying is absolutely right. But past life, we don't remember. Okay, what
Yeah.
happened, what lessons we learned, and everything. So, when we are accessing the past, those information is accurate. And in Akashic record, she's absolutely right in saying that this is a probable future. The glimpses what we see of the future is the probability if they follow the messages or if they listen to their inner voice and they take decisions, they take empowered decisions, and they are committed to make their life a better life, then the what I am seeing as their probable future will be, maybe it is better than they have imagined. So they are getting the guidance that they are on a right path, or okay, if they do this, then the outcome can be much more better, much more enriching.
Okay.
Mhm.
Namrata, I hope that answered your question. Uh, and Sajrani is asking what information is needed about a person for a reading.
So when we are reading records for someone, we just ask their birth date and their name at birth. Sometimes people change their name. So in case of ladies, we ask their birth name as well as their married name. So,
So this can be done online, right? You don't need to be available in person.
yes, yes. COVID had its own benefits also. Everything has become online, and this definitely can be done online.
Okay, okay.
So if I am seeing, if they cannot come on, say, video call or Google Meet or something, then I ask for their picture.
All
Only
right.
these two to three things are required, nothing else. And what else I require is an open mind and a receptive mindset. If they have decided that whatever this Akashic record reader is saying, it's all, if I may use this word, bullshit, then they are not going to get any benefit from the session.
Out of it.
An
You
open
know, they have to
mind and a
trust in.
receptive mindset.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else, Binita, you'd like to add apart from what you shared?
This is a really beautiful modality, and it has got a lot of information for people. So, in this modality, sometimes we do the clearing also of
Yes,
their.
sorry. I was coming to that. I missed that point. I wanted to know about that. So
Yeah,
while we read, like I have heard of healing your Akashic records. So
yeah.
what does that mean?
So healing your Akashic records is it's like we actually not energetically healing them. The basically there are two three ways, and basically what we are doing here is we clearing the stagnant energy from the past lives, which are holding you, not allowing you to move ahead in life. So basically, if a particular incident happens in a particular lifetime, if that is not resolved or if that is not come into the awareness of a querent, that trauma, that negativity attaches to the soul, and whenever the soul is reincarnating, it is getting carried forward
Carried
into
over.
the other lifetime, the future lifetimes. So
Right.
once you clear it energetically, you feel really free, you feel lighter, you more freer, and that is
Okay.
it helps. So that is what this healing is. And sometimes a very mundane remedy would come up and something like that. I have heard one incident from my teacher. She used to say that she was accessing a record once, and this has never happened to me, but she was quoting her experience that when she was reading for someone, a very simple remedy came up it was for a couple's relationship. The reading was for couple's relationship, and the guidance came through from the messages was just give a red rose to your husband every week, and that would create a harmony. And such simple
Wow.
that we laugh. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
this is a serious modality, and this is what you're talking about. But that worked for that couple.
Amazing. Super. So, Namrata has another question. She's saying, what is it that Akashic Records can do that other modalities cannot do?
So each modality has its plus points. All modalities are ultimately what are these modalities? The aim of these modalities are to make our lives better, to help us facing the challenges. I will not
Yeah.
compare one modality with the other, or one is better than the other, or something like that. Ultimately, all modalities, you take any ancient modality, any new age modality, everyone is trying to raise the vibration of the human race. They are trying to help them live life of great purpose, mindful life. That is
Yeah.
what it is. So it's not that that is the modality is better and that is not uh, better or anything like that. Only the thing is, since Akashic taps into the infinite database of information, I think it is more effective, if I must say.
Yeah. Uh, Binita, if
Yeah, here I would like to add one more thing, Ruby.
yeah,
See, when the other modalities are there, if sometimes in some of the modalities, I wouldn't like to name them, you the healers or a reader's intuition, how they are seeing a particular thing in their mind. So sometimes in few modalities, it is colored with that. Whereas in Akashic Records, I am just a channel. I have no say into whatever the downloaded messages or information I'm getting. So I am
yeah.
just speaking what that person's guides and spirit guides are telling.
Yeah.
This could
I'm
be a
also,
one
yeah,
difference.
in fact, I'm also informed that, many times the reader doesn't remember what the guides have, come up with and what you've said. Uh, because you're just a medium at that time. You're just like a channel at that time.
That's
You're
true.
just
That's true.
passing on the
Sometimes,
information.
sometimes the querent after 2 days they come and call up and ask me, ki, so even for tarot card readings or for runes, they come up and say ki, okay, आपने ऐसा बोला था, but I don't remember. Once I'm closing the reading of my cards or my runes or Akashic records or anything. After that, I don't really remember what I had said. So I always advise them that you sit with pen and paper, whatever I'm saying, whatever we are discussing, whatever point you think that you must take down,
No.
you should
Yeah.
note it down. Because after 2 days, I would not be remembering. In particular day, say if I am doing one tarot card reading, three Akashic record readings, and one rune reading, once I have finished reading, I shut myself off, and then I
Yeah.
wouldn't remember. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. I don't think we have any more questions. Uh,
I think the
so
last question
there is,
is after that. Yeah,
yeah, I
can
think the time has
other
been
than
great for any more questions to come in. I'd also like to give a little surprise to the audience, which is that Vinita is very happy to offer a discount if there is anybody who would like to do a reading. If you book it in the next 24 hours, you can message DM Awaken Life and we can send you more details on the offer. N. Sajnani saying, so Akashic reading would work beautifully with tarot or Reiki.
yes. So it will totally depend on the healer, how they want to blend their knowledge of two modalities, how they want to make it work for the benefit of their queries. But definitely you can always blend. Why Akashic and Tarot? You can blend
But I thought
Tarot and moon. You
hypnotherapy or regression, past life regression, I thought would probably blend a lot more. No,
Sorry? No, I didn't.
I thought that with Akashic reading, maybe a past life regression or hypnotherapy would blend better.
So you can compare Akashic to these
Yeah.
systems, but she has a specific question
About
that
tarot and Reiki. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, which
So
I
you
think.
can, if you are comfortable as a reader or a healer, you can mix and match any two modalities. I mix tarot cards with charms or with my dice, and I still get good results. It depends on what I'm called for in that session. So
Yeah.
definitely, yes, her answer to her question is definitely you can try blending in two modalities, whatever you feel called out to.
Love. Uh, Right. So yes, so I was just saying for those who are just joining in, we have an offer going on till next 24 hours. Anybody who would like to do a session with Binita can message Awaken Live, just DM us, and you'll be sent an offer that Binita is going to offer us, and we will share with you all the details. So the booking can be done in next 24 hours, and the session can happen anytime at your convenience.
And they are going to be online sessions.
Yes, these will be online sessions for 25 minutes, right?
Yes, that's true.
All right. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks, and Sajnani. Thank you. Great. Is there anything else anybody would like to ask? Please type in your questions quickly. Just checking if I missed any question.
You can ask me some questions, Ruby.
I need to do a session.
Definitely, definitely we can do that.
uh, so, many times like you mentioned that you're probably stuck somewhere or you don't know your soul's path. So my question is that while everything is all right, I may not really feel the need to go and take a session. But how what are the signs that one can look out for to understand key, oh, this could be something that I'm missing out. Maybe I'm not completely aligned with my soul's path.
So simply, the the best thing, if you don't have any specific questions, then I would say that you can take a session on what is my life purpose? Am I living my life purpose? See, once we are on the path or an alignment with our life purpose, the kind of peace we get in our life, the harmony we feel, the job satisfaction, relationship satisfaction, it's really heightened. And that continuous state of good mind frame raises our vibrations. And who would not like to live a very happy, fulfilling life? So it's not necessary that you have to have some problem to have this record readings done. You can also ask for your life purpose. You would know that, all right, okay, I am doing what I'm supposed to do. Because what happens is that soul, before coming to reincarnation, before it takes birth, it decides that I have to do XYZ in this lifetime. I have to learn XYZ in this lifetime. The lessons what you learn, if you learn quickly and if you mm, accept them uh, faster, your soul is evolving. Your soul is evolving. Its journey is suppose a soul has decided, all right, to evolve, to learn these lessons. I will require, say, a lifespan of say 70 years. But if you are learning faster, if your soul growth is is good at a good pace, you may not suffer the human physical, say, life, because as a human we have particular restrictions. You can finish your lessons fast and move on to the next lifeline. What is the purpose of soul evolving? What is the purpose from the creator when it was created? Why the soul is taking the journey and why it is coming into the human realm? Because human realm, it is the fastest evolution, then the fastest growth happens into the human race, because we go through so many challenges. Human is a very intelligent species. It
Yeah,
understands. The learning is faster here. The first hand experiences are faster here. So if soul is growing at a good pace, if it is learning its lessons, then its journey will complete faster. So yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. Like Namrata saying that, the readings can also then help us on our spiritual journey. Clearly.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is all the soul's journey, soul's evolution is about spirituality. The session what we had done last time, yeah. So it was what is the spirituality that you blend your actions, your intentions, your thoughts into day to day life. हमें सारा सब कुछ सोसाइटी या लाइफ छोड़ के we don't have to go to the Himalayas and sit there. The
Yeah.
spirituality can be blended into day-to-day life, and if we it these kind of modalities, akashic or any modality, if it is bringing us closer to our soul's evolution, then why
Mhm.
not take advantage of it?
Yeah,
Human
absolutely.
is a very multi-dimensional being. Okay,
Yeah.
we very easily we transcend to the lower realms, up higher realms, upper realms. It's very easy for human mind to tap into subconscious and do it. I would say
Mm.
reading an Akashic records is everyone's birthright. Everyone should take the records reading. So at least even if they don't have any problems, they not facing any challenges, anything, they would know, as I said, the about life purpose, about life's goal, and it would definitely make anyone's life better.
Yeah. So Monica's got a very interesting question. One is that do Akashic records contain all the data of previous lifetimes, which I think it does. But her another question is that means the lifespan will reduce if we evolve sooner.
So these are all human attachments. Okay. The soul doesn't care about your car or your movie goings or anything. Soul has just lessons to learn. It wants to learn. And ultimately, everyone has a free will. Your higher self will decide. Your soul has a free will. Okay. If you have a lifespan of, say, suppose, as I was discussing earlier, 70 years, your life lessons are over. You can decide whether you want to still stay into human experience and enjoy whatever you have gathered and whatever learnings you have had in your lifetime, or you want to move on to the next lifetime. It's a choice a soul has. It's a free will. No one can force it. So whether the lifespan will shorten or not, it would be a life soul's their own choice. No one else has a saying in that. They will decide. If you have learned lessons and if you're having a wonderful, comfortable life, if you say, no, I still want to enjoy the fruits of my labor, you can still continue with whatever is been destined. It's a very
Just
individualistic journey.
okay. So tell me, like many times we see a lot of people doing extremely well, and then suddenly they're gone, right?
They're gone,
So,
they
like,
have lost,
yeah,
they've
yeah,
passed away.
they passed away, right? So it and then
Yeah,
yes, Monica,
yeah,
she's
Monica
saying
said
that is interesting. A choice there.
a choice there too. We always have a choice in every single situation. Not taking action, not changing is also a choice. So yeah, creator is a very fair energy being, and as a human, we always have a choice.
Amazing. That's amazing to hear. So yeah, so like I was saying, many times you don't really, see a reason why somebody so young has just gone. A healthy person, just for no rhyme or reason, just one day has left. So could it be because the, soul's purpose, all the learnings were done and therefore it decided to leave?
Yes,
And
that's true. That's true. So, going back to the last question, what I answered, this is what happens. If the soul feels that my learnings are done, if in this lifetime I wanted to learn, say, two lessons or three lessons or something like that, then it can decide to, leave this human body and move on to the spiritual realm.
okay. So tell
Some
me, I've also
also has its own wish. Okay, I want to complete the as many as human experiences I can have, as many as lifetimes I can have. So my soul evolves faster, and I can merge into the creator faster. It's how you think. My thinking would be different than yours. Your thinking would be different than another person. So yeah.
right. So I don't know if this is directly related to what we're discussing, but I read this somewhere and I'd like your thoughts on this. It said that sometimes a soul has come for a different reason. For example, you've come here to be an accountant, but because in the past lives or whatever, you were a great singer, so obviously you carry that talent in this life, and you decide to become a great singer again, right?
Yeah.
And because you've not followed what you actually came here for, but continued to do what you were good at and what came so easily to you,
Or what society said was better for you.
was
I would.
better for you, you decided to take that path. And now you become a great singer. So now, obviously, you're not going to turn around and start becoming an accountant, right? Study a finance or whatever. So then there is no learning going to happen, which was supposed to happen if you had decided to become an accountant, which was your soul's purpose this time. So
No, you
then does it
become a singer, right?
no, I'm saying maybe the soul's purpose was to become an accountant, but you
Okay.
didn't make that choice. Because you were a great singer always in your previous lifetimes, you carried that talent in this lifetime, and it just came so naturally to you, and you decided to pursue that. And obviously, if you become a great singer, you're not going to go back and become an accountant now. So your soul's purpose or the learnings that were supposed to come being an accountant will not come.
Yes.
So
So,
does it mean and therefore अब तुम्हारा काम खत्म हो गया है यहाँ पे?
no, but
Uh,
see, we can bring
this
along
is something that I read, but I wasn't really sure how it does it work like that, because a lot of people say whatever comes to you so naturally is what you will all is what your soul has always wanted to do.
so soul will never ever deviate from its path. Okay. If you are trying to do something which your soul has decided, you are going to face a lot of challenges. That is how these Akashic record readings come, they come handy because you know what your life purpose is. Are you on that life path or not? So your life becomes, uh, you have less challenges, okay? And it becomes a smooth passage. Now, in this scenario, you spoke about the talent which was coming naturally to that particular person. How he has found out. In Akashic record readings, also you can find out what were your skills and talents were in the past life, and which you can activate or follow it through in this lifetime for better living purpose. Yeah. So even if he has followed his talent and he has become a successful singer, he would enjoy the fruits of his labor. But if you, at a very minute level, if you see in his life, he would be the one who would be managing all the accounting of all the finances or his company. So he's still living his purpose.
Okay, all right, got that. So Monica is saying that means it's very important to handle the challenges that come your way instead of taking a back seat and feeling helpless.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, when you face your why only challenges? When you face your fears, when you face your challenges, when you are going and facing your problems and learning to navigate, you are always growing as a person. Yeah, and you are not turning your backs to it. And yes, definitely. Uh, you are still moving towards your purpose because you have decided to overcome these challenges.
Yeah. Chances are you're still following your life purpose, but as a singer, right?
Yes,
Yeah, that's what Benita said. So maybe
yes.
what I was trying to say may not be exactly the way Benita saying. Maybe that was a different view from someone else. So um, just quickly scanning through. All right, super. This was such an interesting session, Benita. Thank you
Thank you.
for sharing
It's
all the
a subject
information
which
on
is
Akashic
very
Records.
close to my heart. आप नींद में भी उठा के पूछो, I'll be happy to answer your questions.
Lovely, lovely. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining in. Don't forget that we still have 24 hours to book your session in case you're interested. You can just DM Awaken Live and we can share the details of the. Yes, Monica, please ask. She's got one more question. Shefali is saying very informative. Thank you, Binita. Thank you, Shefali. Thank you for being here. Yes, Monica, please post your question. You can actually post it in the question box over here on your right, just so that we don't miss out on the questions. All right. So yes, so like I was saying, you still have 24 hours to book a session with Benita. There will be a discount given, so you can just DM Awaken Live, and we will ensure that we share with you all the details of the booking. The session, of course, can happen later. It will be a 25-minute session, and the time and slot can be decided as for your convenience.
Someone wanted to ask a question.
Yes, Monica, I'm just waiting for her to, maybe she's just typing it. We just take about a minute and last question from Monica, and then we'll wrap up.
I think she's still typing.
Okay, there it is. So if my heart says that I would like to be a musician, but I'm into another profession, should I listen to my heart?
I say you should always listen to your inner voice. Definitely. There is this saying that follow your passion. It's for a reason. That saying is for a reason. Follow your passion. Follow which makes you feel happy. Follow your inner voice. Definitely. You are living a more aligned life. You don't
Absolutely.
have to create facades. You don't have to create, okay, just because the society is saying this is correct, I should be having a high paying job or I should be doing a particular profession because it's status or anything like that. Living and doing something which makes you happy is definitely brings you very fulfilling life in so many ways, because you are happy mentally, you create secreting good hormones, so your health is good, your immunity is good, you are better at your relationship because you are happy inside.
Yeah, she
Definitely
said,
they
why
go
do I then face opposition? Why do I face a situation where my heart choice is opposed by the family?
uh, yeah, so this could be some past life karma that sometimes we need to clear the karmic debts of our past life. And even if we are explaining certain things to our loved ones, our family, they are not able to see it through because this is where it's a very good question. So this is where that those stagnant energies from the past life, we need a clearing of those energies. So the relationships are happier, more understanding, and yes. So this is where these sessions help.
Yeah. Monica, hope that answered your question. So basically, there could be a lot of karmic debt because of which you could be facing the opposition, and which can be probably healed and cleared through
When soul
Akashic
are
records as well.
incarnating, when soul is incarnating, once it decides that this is the lessons I want to learn, these are which is called soul plan. Once that whole soul plan is ready, then they decide about their soul contracts, about their pact, about their vows and everything. After that plan is prepared, it is decided that किसके साथ I am going to have soul contract. Sometimes we have seen a really difficult marriages. We have seen very difficult relationships. That soul decided to have a soul contract with the other soul, and according to that soul's original soul plan. So then we have a Sanskrit word called runanubandha. Okay, so
Yes,
those are you can loosely translate as soul contract with other
yes,
people, with other soul, because they are helping us to learn our lessons. We are as a soul helping them to learn their lessons, and mutually we are progressing. So
yeah.
yes, all these things, soul decides. It's part of the soul plan. Even these difficult relationships, or sometimes I have read for people where they have challenges with their own parents, as Monica was saying, that family is not supporting, they are not ready to listen to their point of view. All these are past life soul contracts, karmas, karmic debts, all of that.
So can we heal that, and
Mhm.
can that become better through Akashic records?
Yes, definitely. It can become better. See, from the past life, we cannot erase any events. Okay, when we are saying we are rewriting the record, or we are healing it, or we are clearing it, as I said earlier, we're not erasing any events from our past lives or from the lives before that. We're not doing that. We're not allowed to do that. What we are trying to do here is
Reduce
ease
the
out
effect of
that effect, nullify the effect, we can say
nullify.
that,
Yeah.
nullify the effect, or the cords which are attached to us, we trying to remove those cords so we can move forward.
Right. So
We
once
not
that is done,
interfering with
we
the
don't carry it over to the next life, right? Then.
exactly, exactly. And we not interfering with soul's plan here. We are not supposed to do that, because as we discussed, it's an individual journey. It's soul's own choice. So as a healer, as a medium, I am, as a channel, I am just going to speak what the soul wants that querent to hear. I am not going to interfere and eradicate that event, or change the past, or nothing of that sort is going to happen. This is all energetic work. We just
But
trying
suppose,
to.
there is a person, and the person needs to go through a certain event for a, let's say, 5 years, 10 years, right? Maybe that relationship, like you're saying, let's say a marriage or whatever, supposed to last in that situation for that long due to karmic debts. But if a person comes for a healing, and that, aren't we then interfering with what ideally the soul should go through for 5 years or 10 years? But then now we're trying to reduce the effect of it or nullify the effect of it, like you said.
See, I would look at this thing as differently.
Hmm.
In my readings, I have many times I have found out that as we are you saying about the relationship. Okay, it's see the time frame of that event is not uh, important. Okay, that soul is learning the lessons what it needs to learn, that is very important. Maybe in these challenging relationships or challenging situations, the soul's lesson could be that you have to stand up for yourself. You have to be assertive. You don't have to bog down to the narcissistic tendencies. This could be the lesson. So instead of suffering for 10 years, if that lesson is learned in, say, initial 3 years or 4 years, that span could be reduced.
Got that. So the idea is primarily to
Learn
learn that lesson. So
and
it
not
can
look at
happen
it.
in a year, it can happen over 10 years, that depends.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So,
Sometimes you might have heard people saying ki okay, it took a long way for me to realize, or I learned it hard way. You might have heard those
mhm,
phrases. Those
yes,
phrases are the moment you come into the awareness, everything shifts around you.
absolutely, absolutely. And I lost my train of thoughts. One second. So Monica is saying, I think when our viewpoints change due to healing or through life experiences, that itself could change the effect of the event.
So once you come into the awareness, many things happen. So Akashic record reading session would make you aware of things which you are not seeing. For that matter, even the tarot card reading session would help you see the possibilities which you're not seeing, or uh, it makes you aware. Once you are aware, you are noticing how you are reacting to particular situation, how you are feeling. Uh, Sometimes we just, even if we are feeling, say, XYZ into a particular situation, we learn to ignore our own feelings because we have been taught like that. कि okay, आप बड़ों के सामने बोल नहीं सकते, या आप बाहर बोलोगे कैसा लगेगा, what will people say? That's the biggest thing. People, it's holding on people, it's pulling back people. What will others say? Yeah.
Yeah,
So we are hearing our voice and not listening to it.
yeah,
All,
absolutely.
all this awareness can come through any session, any modalities.
Okay. I don't think we have more questions. All right. So, Monica saying, so if the soul contract is to be in an abusive relationship, for example, so is it because we've been abusive in our past lifetimes,
First,
sorry, or is it to learn to stand up for self?
I didn't understand her question.
So basically, she's saying that if you're in a abusive relationship, is it because we were abusive in our past lifetimes, or is it because we need to learn to stand up for ourselves?
Yes, could be either or both.
Or both?
Yeah, depends on your personal record, what they would like to. They
Yeah.
would definitely show you a right picture. I am no one to answer this question.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for asking such interesting questions. I think it was a lovely interactive session. Thank you so much, Binita, for always coming and sharing such lovely pearls of wisdom with our audience. It's always so lovely to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. So, please, you everybody can go back and watch this in case you've missed the entire session. It will be saved on our page. And if you still like to go ahead and book a session with Binita, she's offering a discount for next 24 hours. If you message Awaken Life, we can share all the details of the session with you. Yes, very interesting session. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, Binita. Thank you for your time.
Thank you everybody for joining us today.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Hey friends, if you found the video interesting, make sure you like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also hit the bell icon to get notified every time we upload a new